Hi guys! Now today I'm going to talk to you about The Craft Legacy. Now this is a follow-up to the original cult classic movie, The Craft, which was absolutely one of my favorite movies when I was younger. So of course I was very cautiously optimistic about this. If you saw my trailer reaction, I was not thrilled that it was being made, but I was like, let's check it out and let's give it a chance. The main thing I didn't like is that they used my favorite quote in the movie. "We are the weirdos, mister." Like, no, save that for the original. It was so perfect in the original. So when I saw that in the trailer, I went, oh, it better be said right. Or not said at all and just be for trailer purposes in The Craft Legacy. And I will get into that in a minute. But yeah, this is not a reboot, not a remake. It is definitely a sequel. And let's talk about it.
Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel.
Okay, so I was not happy with The Craft Legacy. The end was good, right? So, like, if you could power through to the last half hour, it was good. Now, I do feel like this is setting up something more. The way that it ended, the very last scene, it's very clear, to me anyway, that they want another one. Or they were trying to make it some big reveal. I'm not sure. That didn't work. I feel like it was very, very, very predictable. But it feels like possibly it's setting it up for another one, which I would be okay with. I mean, these actresses are great. They were all good in their roles, except the witches, they were a little too, like, giddy for me. All of them, like, not even one of them was, like, more gothic, and so I wasn't a giant fan of that. It was kind of weird. They bring in this guy, Timmy, who you kind of hate, but then you kind of like. And then other things happen, and you're just like, oh gosh, like why? You can tell that this was very updated, right? It's more of a coming of age story than a horror thriller type thing, like the original was. Okay, it's very much a coming of age. I mean, one of the first scenes, the girl gets her period in school. There's like bullies. There's people that come out. They even use the word woke. So just keep in mind all that stuff is in there. So if that's a trigger for you or something you don't like, just don't even bother. It's slow, and it's predictable. Like, I knew the big reveal probably about 20-30 minutes in, like, knew, and I suspected it earlier than that. So, is it worth a watch? Probably not. If you're a giant fan of the original Craft like me, this is definitely one you want to skip. It's probably just going to make you mad, except for the end. And in the end, you might go, oh, okay, we could get something better. And that's what I thought, right? The whole way through, I was like, this is not fantastic. This is not great. Like, what are they doing? This is slow. And, like, yes, there are some cool scenes, but there's no big magic fight like I wanted. Nothing like they had that fight against Nancy in the original. And it's just, you're like, meh. It just, ugh. And, like, one of the very last lines is that "we are the weirdos," and you're like, come on. Like, I feel like they put it in there just for fan service, which all it did was make me mad, and I'm sure most fans it would make you mad. Like, it's a fantastic line, but, like, it should have stuck with the original. You know what I mean? So I hate to give this a bad review, but I had to give it a bad review. It just wasn't good for me. The end, I wouldn't even say it saved itself, but it made it worth struggling through. To get to the end, especially if they're going to try to do another one that hopefully could be done well. It's just, if this had been its own thing and not called The Craft, cool. Probably would have enjoyed it. But I just feel like they took something that was really amazing and just muddled it. Now, I do love that there's a whole lot of girl power in this. There's a lot of stuff for young women, like embrace your power. And as a mom of two girls, I love that. But it just wasn't enough to save this movie, unfortunately. If you guys have already seen The Craft Legacy, let me know what you think down below. If you plan to see it, let me know. If you plan to not see it, let me know why. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. And, of course, you can always follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there, MAMASGEEKY. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys.